Good day, sir. Good day, batch. I'm Charles Lemuel Rogador. I will discuss about water safety. There are basic guidelines for water safety. First is boating safety. Check weather and water condition before leaving shore. Always check the weather and water condition before go to ocean. Second, don't drink and boat. Choose a designated boat driver who will not drink. In this column, it is stated that do not drink and ride a boat if you have been drinking. It's better to choose an assigned driver of the boat who has not been drinking to be safe. Third, insist that everyone wear a Coast Guard approved personal protection device or life jacket while on board. Make sure everyone on the boat is wearing a life jacket while on the boat so that everyone is safe. Fourth, always tell someone where you'll be boating, when you expect to be back, and what your boat looks like. In this column, always remind a person or family member where you are boating that you always take care and go home safely. Last, don't carry more passengers than the maximum boat's capacity. In this last column, don't take too many passengers because a boat has a limit on how many you can take on a boat. Safety for adults. First, take swimming lesson from a qualified instructor if you're not stronger, competent swimmer. Get an instructor or non-expert to teach you how to swim properly. Second, don't swim if you have been drinking alcohol. Do not swim if you have drunk alcohol because it can cause you to drown or die. Third, don't swim alone or allow others to do so. Don't swim alone because if you drown, no one will see you or help you. Fourth, stay out of the water during thunderstorm and other severe weather. During lightning storms, seek shelter away from metal objects, open areas, and large lone trees. If there is a typhoon, go to a safe place away from things that can cause you accidents such as metals and open areas. Last, don't exceed your swimming ability. Know your limits and stick to them. Even if you are a good swimmer, you know your limits and go to your friends. Next, check the water level before diving into a full ocean, pond, reservoir, or lake. Always dive with your arms extended firmly over your head and your hands together. Always check the water level before swimming or diving in a pool or ocean to be safe in a swimming and avoid an injury. Next, don't dive into unknown bodies of water like lakes, rivers, quarries, or irrigation ditches. Jump feet to avoid hitting your head and breaking your neck or back on a shallow bottom, hidden rock, or other obstruction. Don't just dive in the lakes or rivers because there might be sharp things under it when you jump or dive properly. Your feet will come first because there are many sharp objects at the bottom that can cause you an injury. Lastly, don't hyperventilate, breathing faster and or deeper before swimming underwater or trying to hold breath for a long periods of time. This can cause you to pass out and drown. It's the best to relax and breathe normally when swimming. We need to breathe quickly or deeply before swimming to avoid the possibility of it causing you to faint or drown. Next topic is swimming equipment. First is fins. Swimmers wear fins on the feet during scuba diving or snorkeling deep in water. However, they also use this swimming pool to increase the power of their kicks. It's commonly used by swimmers to swimming in the sea and in the deep water, and it can also be used in the pool to strengthen their kick. Second, cap. A swim cap is made of plastic that goes over the head of a swimmer. It covers the swimmer's hair to increase his hair aerodynamics so as to swim faster. Cap is used by a swimmer to make swimming faster. Next, goggles. These are worn by swimmers to protect their eyes from the water and chlorine in the swimming pools. They also use this to keep their eyes open under the water to see they are going to continue swimming in straight line. It used to by a swimmer protect their eyes from chlorine in swimming pools. They also use it to keep their eyes open. Snorkels. Snorkels allow breathing with ease underwater so that swimmer can focus on the swimming techniques. Snorkels help a swimmer to breathe under the water. Next, earplugs. Some swimmers use earplugs to block water from entering the ear canal. While they are swimming excess water, entering the ear can cause discomfort for several hours after swimming and can also increase your chances of developing an outer ear infection, known as a swimmer ear. Earplugs there help as other swimmer who use it to block water from entering their ears. Next, nose clips. Some swimmers also use nose clips to prevent water from entering their nose while they are swimming. Nose clips they are also use nose clips to help water enter their nose. Next, paddles. Paddles help swimmers to correct the position of the land while swimming. This is what helps with the correct hand movement while swimming. Next, water socks. Water socks are used to prevent scratching and blisters from fins. Water socks help a swimmer to avoid blisters. Kickboard. Kickboard improves the work of the leg for beginners or advanced swimmer. In the training of swimming techniques, hands are static, putting full attention to the works of the legs and creating mass on the legs. Kickboards are used to make their legs stronger and build leg muscles. Next topics, danger accidents in swimming. First is water quality hazard. Poor water quality can make a swim unsafe due to rise in ocean temperatures and global warming. So terrible bacteria were found in ocean, lakes, hot springs, and rivers. Do not drink the water or have many wounds exposed when you take a dip. And when you get out of the water, make sure to rinse off to avoid contamination. Next, water power. The power of water alone can be deadly for swimmers. At the beach or in a river, being pushed over by a big wave or being pulled under can be disorienting for swimmers. It's said that this can be cause of disaster because of the strength of the wave. It can sweep you to the depths. It is a very dangerous for children. Drowning. Drowning remains an ongoing hazard of swimming and continues to be one of the major causes of accidental death. Waves carrying lack of water, clarity, sudden drops of etc. Cause dangerous in open water. However, even a crystal clear water swimming pools, accidents may happen once a person slips beneath of the surface. Drowning is one of the causes of death of a person. Next, dry drowning. There's a risk to people who aspire water. Water can damage the lungs within 2 hours of being inhaled and to cause fatigue and irritability. Dry drowning is when you breathe under the sea. It can cause shortness of breath of dehydration. The last one is breath holding. Holding your breath may sound like a common activity for swimmers, but extreme practices can be fatal. Unfortunately, good swimmers and athletes often believe extreme breath holding for either time of distance is a shortcut to endurance. It is also one of the causes of unconsciousness or death of a person because they prevent their breathing while underwater. The next topic is preventing danger accidents. 8 points of swimming defense. First is supervision qualified, medical recheck physical and fitness, ability groups, lifeguards of duty, lookout, body system, area safe, and discipline. First is supervision qualified. Is mature and conscientious leader. Accepts responsibility for safety of the group. Experience in the water. Confident of ability to respond to an emergency. Trained and committed in 8 points of swimming defense. Next, medical rechecks or physical fitness. You have a complete health history, identify significance of medical condition, adjust activity and lifeguard duties to accommodate medical concern. And the last is significant medical concern need a physician exam. Next, ability groups. Non-swimmers, beginners, and swimmers. Non-swimmers, and activity games. Encourage swim lesson. Beginners jump first feet in a water overhead swim 25 feet and stop, turn, return, and starting point. Next, lifeguard on duty. Swim only when lifeguards are on duty. The unit may designate 2 strong swimmers. 1. Equipped with a lifeline, 100 feet, pole, float, etc. 2. 1 goes other falls, rescuer, and victim. 3. Use boat for rescue if available. 4. 1 lifeguard for every 10 swimmers. Next, lookout. Lookout can see everywhere. May be adult in charge. The lifeguard watch the swimmer, the lookout watches the area. Body system. Pair by ability group. Check in and check out together. Body check every 10 minutes. 1. Count to 10 slowly, 10 seconds. 2. Signal for body check. A signals, blast or bell and call the bodies. 2. Whistle, blast or bells to resume swimming. 3. Whistle, blast or bells to check out. Next, area safe. 3 areas clearly marked. 1 on non-swimmer, 3.5 maximum depth. 2. Beginners, from shallow water to just overhead. Next, area safe or water depth. Bottom, smooth, no glasses or hidden rocks and stumps. Boundaries, lines, and jumping. 1. Maximum height, the swimmer's height. 2. Maximum depth, chest deep. And chest the bottom before diving and jumping. Last, discipline. Swimming is allowed only with the proper supervision and implement the all points of the swimming defense. Review the result before the outing. Review the rules on the beach. Enforce the rules fairly and consistently. The next topics, safety and rescue equipment. First is the lifeline. The lifeline also is the aid from water rescue. It consists of 25 to 100 meters long line with a shoulder bracket for the rescuer attached to the one end. Lifeline is used by a rescuer to save a person from deep water, and it has size on 25 to 100 meters in length. Next, booms. Booms are used to restrain and protect watercraft that may have lost power or control from entering danger areas such as wharves and sluices. Booms are used to stop and protect a boat. Next, ring buoy. Ring buoy are one of the most frequently used safety equipment by lifeguards. For deep sea rescue, they are shaped like a donut and can be placed around the victim's waist or under the armpits to help them float. It's the most often used by a rescuer. It is used on a person who is drowning. Next, shepherd crook. It's an aluminum or fiberglass reaching pole made available to lifeguards. Reaching out to distressed or frantic swimmer with the crook is much safer than entering the water. Next, heaving line. A buoyant heaving line is a floating rope that has a soft buoyant object on the one end. The line can be thrown towards a person in the water from him or her to hold into while you pull them alongside. It's a rope that is a soft and light that is thrown to a person to be pulled to edge of the ocean. Next, rescue pose. Rescue pose for beaching is a set of life-saving equipment. It's a life-saving set that can be used in times of needed. Next, lifeguard stand. Lifeguard stands are used at recreational beaches or public swimming pools to watch and swimmers in order to prevent drownings and other danger. Lifeguard stands are now near in the sea to watch over people who are swimming. Next, backboard. A backboard, also known as a spineboard, is used by lifeguards to rescue victims who have suffered injuries in the water or have fallen unconscious and unable to support themselves. Background used by a lifeguard to save the victim from his injury. Last one, rescue tube. A rescue tube is made up of the high density foam and used in multiple ways to protect the victim from drowning. They are used by a victim to protect it from drowning. That's all po, sir and batch. Thank you.